What up, collectors? It's the Clipper King returning for another new review on a milestone figure for me. If I'm honest, I'm buzzing to do this one. As you can see, I'll just show you that poster and that one and that one. Big Scarface fan, so it gives me great pleasure to be reviewing the Tony Montana War version and Respect version from Enterbay. Before I go into this review, and I'm going to do some shout outs early in this review, I'm just going to answer a question and thank everybody who watched my recent Iron Man Mark II review, because I got asked a couple of times how would I pose it. To be honest, that's the pose I've gone for. Gone with the Tony Stark head, holding the helmet, similar to a pose I used to do with the Mark IV, if I'm honest, but like I said in the review last night, I do prefer the Tony Stark head to the Don Cheadle head, so that's how I've gone with mine. So just to explain that, that's what I've gone with. I'll put a pause in here, get him the fuck up out of the way, and we'll kick off with this review, brothers. Stick with me. So, like I said, I have got both versions now. I bought them in a twin pack. I'll explain where from and how much I paid, everything later. They do come individually boxed, as you can see. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the packaging first instead of the source material. But before I do any of that, I'm just going to do a couple of shout outs. Firstly, to one of my close brothers, you know what I'm going to say, Morris, Moggy215. I've got to say, massive respect to him. He's a top guy. The reason I'm shouting him out first is, when I actually went and bought and paid for this item, I was sat talking to him on Skype together. We both kind of discovered it together, and both, the way I understand it, kind of opt on it. It's a fucking, it was a lovely little deal. Like I said, I'll go into it later and explain what me and Morris were going. But massive shout out to Morris. He's the man. We all know it. I'm telling you, note fresh. Second guy, Dean Knight. Why am I shouting him out? Just because it's an Enterbay figure and I see big things in Dean's future. Nudge nudge, wink wink. Respect to Dean, and he knows what I'm talking about. Congratulations to your brother. That's all I say. Another guy I just want to shout out here is Mike Echo, for a simple reason. Of all the Scarface Blitzway stuff that I've seen on YouTube, it springs to mind. He's done an awesome diorama. He's a fucking cool character anyway. He's funny as shit. Some of the poses or looks I might go for in this review will be inspired by him. So massive shout out to Mike Echo. He's a top guy. And I'm going to do three together. I'm just going to shout out Lambo944, Warhawk Legend, and Wayne's Butler, for a simple reason. I was on Skype really late last night after I finished doing the review on the Iron Man. I was talking to them guys. We had a couple of hours on Skype. We had a good laugh, but it was like therapy for me. It just took a load off my mind. So respect to them three guys, and I fucking, like I said, I've got mad respect for all of you. So rolling on anyway. I'm going to do the packaging. As you can see, both pretty similar boxes. Apart from, if you look on the side of the Respect version, it's red. On the side of the War version, it's black. Try and turn this around. You know them figures are lurking back there, boys, but be patient. We can't rush it. On the back, we've got some movie scenes. Obviously, we've got say hello to the little friend, say hello to my little friend scene. Just got him chillaxing. I think that's when he sat in the pub before the assassination attempt on him. And then that's when he goes back to Lopez's office to fuck him up. So we've got that on back of that. Really do like artwork on these, and also the front cover just fucking has me buzzing, and like the same three movie shots on there. Like I said, I do love this box. I did like the Blitzway box, but I like this one more, if I'm honest. For the simple reason is, if you look at that shot and look at the poster, it's kind of front and centre in my son's bedroom. I just fucking love it. I love the write-up on it. I just love the poster in general. Obviously, it's the movie poster and the DVD cover. We all know that. But like I said, just the size of the poster kind of thing represents the size of the box really well, and I do like that about it. It's really simple, easy to open. When it magnet side, when it opens, it sort of opens in half. I'm not going to show you because I'm one-handed, obviously. You've got your accessories in a tray down the right-hand side. The figure is in foam on the right hand side, sorry, accessories on left. And yeah, it's just very user friendly, and I fucking love the artwork. So obviously on both figures, I'm going to give them both 5 out of 5. You know you spied them through them gaps in them boxes. Well, there they are. Let me show them you. Oh, check them out, brothers. Straight up and down, not a problem. I will explain the thoughts on the posers, but obviously I'm still going to break it into categories and score it. I'm going to score them both together as we go along. I'll do a comparison with the Blitzway at the end. This one might be a long one because I'm going to cut some film back in. Simply to explain a point on the war version. And I do fucking love this film. And I'm going to tell you, it's no surprise. On the source material, I am obviously going to give it a 5 out of 5. It's one of my top 5 films of all time, I would think. I do fucking love it. People have asked me in the past why I do source material. They say the source material shouldn't affect the figure because it's only based on something. The way I explain it is, if I compare this figure to, for example, have a look, somebody I've got. Oh, pretty iconic. Say Royce from Predators. That was a fucking awesome figure, real good looking figure. Would have been a nice one, but I don't see how can he ever compare to Scarface. Will anybody be talking about Royce from Predators in fucking 30 years time? I don't think so. So that's why I put source material. The better the source material is, I think the figure would be more sought after and a lot more iconic, obviously. So that's why I do it. And I've given them, like I said, I've given it an easy 5 out of 5. That'd be no surprise to you. Now just going up and down them, the pose I've gone for, the respect version. I will say at this point, actually, before we start, when they come out at Box Boys, the suits are nowhere near as pressed as they are. I've had them stripped off. That'll become clear later in review because I've actually filmed this one out of sync, which I don't normally do. But I noticed that when they come out of box, the suit looked really bulky and the folds and how the collar laid weren't right, so I stripped it all down. I sort of pressed it using, I steamed it down, should I say, not pressed it, steamed it down. Got it looking crisp and clean, and then I've redressed it now. So anyway, going back to it, as you can see, the respect version, he's got them fucking awesome shades on, got his gun out in front of him, sort of relaxed pose, not gripping it like he's about to blow some fucker's head off, it's more a threatening pose, I'm going with that. So he's like sort of got his hand at a jaunty angle kind of thing. As you can see under there, you can see his bracelet. Just coming down, his suit jacket's closed. He's holding his drugs full of yayo, bag full of yayo, keeping it behind him so fucking 5-0 can't see it. Not a problem. And down we go. So yeah, it's a pretty normal pose. I'm gonna like I said, change them up. War version, I'm not gone for a menacing look as yet, but like I said, we got plenty of time, brothers. It's not a race. Just having a little drag on his Cuban smoke. So I've not got the glass on that. I'm looking down, kind of broody. I've positioned his collar and everything. See his watch there, going down. Yeah, another straight up and down pose. Not too exciting yet, but he's coming. You better know that. But anyway, like I said, the source material, an easy 5 out of 5. Rolling on to facial likeness. I would just say at this point, I sort of prejudged the war version when the pictures first show. Obviously, that one's been on at quite a while. The respect version's just kind of it, I think. So I had sort of thought to me saying, nah, I'm not loving it. There's something wrong about the eyes. There's something wrong about the mouth. It looks, excuse me for saying it, a little bit retarded. I don't mean that in a derogatory term. I just think that it just got a funny expression, but I saw Ainsworth Productions review and he said in hand it looked awesome. I thought it can't look much better than they've shown. But I've got to say, I fucking love it in hand. It's awesome. I'm just glad they went for an expression pose, because we've been crying out for some expression poses. And they've done it. And there's scenes in the film, like I say, I'm going to cut some film in and hopefully you will see what I'm talking about. When he says certain words, he makes a strange, like a shape with his mouth. And the look in his eyes, and I think Hot Toys have done a fucking right worldy trick on it with this, because I just think they've picked it up awesomely. Just a fucking awesome head sculpt. See how close I can get to get some detail for you. The eyes really glossy, like that for example. I don't think that's a dead ringer for him, but you go to an angle like that, I think it's fucking badass. Go to an angle like that, it just looks fucking awesome. But anyway, like I said, the eyes are highly glossed, got a lot of depth to them, a lot of anger in them. The expression's bang on. Scar on the eye. The chin, I think they've got awesome. Like I say, you can see his teeth, see the stubble, even going down onto his neck. Just pulled a right fucking trick with this one. Just loving it. One thing I will point out as well when I've gone across the other version in a minute, the hair sculpts are both completely different as well. If you look at sort of how the hair's positioned on that one and look at the fringe and then going across, it's two totally different hair pieces, that, brothers. I mean, they didn't have to do that. They could have put both on, but no, they've gone that extra yard on them. The Respect version, I knew it was fucking awesome. I've seen the pictures. I think it was Dean Knight put a picture on Facebook a few days ago and it sort of changed the contrast on it, and it actually looked like a real picture of Al Pacino. That's just fucking dead ringer. It's definitely up there. You know the figures I love. The head sculpt on the Johnny Depp, Jack Sparrow, Texan Beating, but this is fucking close, boys. I'm telling you now, very close. And I don't say that easy. Yeah, again, the shadow, the eyes look fucking glossy. Look at light, it's in his eyes, it's beautiful. Oof, I'll say it again, it's beautiful. Just awesome, relaxed look on his face. Al Pacino to bone, not a problem. Scar down his eyebrow and onto his cheek. You can see the little holes just in front of his ears where the shades go, but that's not a problem. I'd sooner have them there than it not come with shades. So yeah, buzzing on both facial likenesses. Both different, like I've said, but both fucking awesome in their own way. Like I said, I had prejudged the War version. I'm totally going back on what I'm thinking. Some people might not like it, but I can only judge it with what I think. I'm going to give them both a 5. Like I said, both different. You know they're both Al Pacino from different parts of film. And like I said, I do love them both. So yeah, respect to these Enterbay for putting this head sculpt out. Just go explain you the pose. Like I said, this one, pretty relaxed. Just having a glance. It looks off to the right, as you can see. Just screwing his silencer onto his pistol. He's having to think about what he's going to do to some motherfucker. Yeah, so that's the pose I've gone for there. Not too dramatic, but it just, like I say again, shows the bracelet off. It shows the watch off. Both are attachable, they're not sculpted on him. And then this one, sort of getting all aggressive, like as if he's fucking walking towards somebody, asking him if they want to better come on then. Still got his fucking cigar. He's not putting that down for no man. He's fucking taking that cigar with him. Fist ready. Again, attachable bracelet. Got the watch on that wrist. Just starting to get a bit vexed up, that lad. Now, I'm not into symbolism, but these two figures couldn't have come out at a better time to me, because me as a person, or Clipper King as a reviewer, or whatever you want to say, a lot of the time I kind of have these two guys sitting on one on each shoulder. Most of the time, I've got the Respect version on. I want to give respect. I want to be friendly to people. I want to make things inclusive and not exclusive. I want to fucking shout people out. I want to be good friends and be a respectable type. But then there's other times when fucking War version Tony talks to me and tells me to tell them all to fuck off, and fucking I want to get vexed up and I want to go to war with somebody. But like I said, they couldn't have come at a better time for me. So yeah, like I said, the likeness, both heads, get a 5 out of 5.